Hey yo, we're back. Minions opinions, week two. Oh man, what a week one devastator. We are not feeling all that great about the outcome in week one. Getting screwed on the anchor game of Buffalo. We'll get into that in a minute. But that's what happens. You got to bounce back. You got to stay positive. You got to come back. That's the whole thing about this. You're not going to win every single week, but are you here for the long haul? That's what it's all about. So we're going to be talking today. We're doing things a little bit differently. I'm in Boston, so Minions. Where are you at? In Burlington, Ontario, right
I'm
now?
back at home in Burlington. Yeah, I'm in Burlington.
Had
Yeah.
some technical difficulties. Apologies, we're getting this out a little bit later than we would hope for, but here we are anyway. Let's jump into it, man. We were going 8-3 into the Monday nighter. We hit some great games, a couple letdowns on the Sunday day, but really it was Buffalo, man. I don't even know what the hell happened. We were in great shape. Even if they joinked that field goal to go into overtime, we would have taken a straight up loss as Buff fans, but we would have won the 4.5 bet. Man, what the hell happened, Minion?
Yeah, tough. Real gross beat to start the year. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. But yeah, to take an 0-11 really sucks on that one. Really should have been an 8-3. Oh man, there's so many things that could have gone into it. Buffalo didn't play well at all, but still, gross beat. It happens. Keep in mind, team, we were 4 and I think 16 at the beginning of last year because we took a bad beat as well. We went on a 28-0 streak, so it happens. Hopefully now I don't get caught the rest of the year with my game of the year being that one would happen, but worst case scenario, it was the right play. It was the right play. Just a bad beat. Really sucks. It's yeah, it's too bad. But we just gotta move on. We're here to help you pick the winners and keep going on forward. This has happened before, team. It happened to us twice in the first year. It happened to us 3 times last year. We got caught. It's gonna happen. But at least in the end, it wasn't a bad play. It was just a really bad beat. It sucks. Doesn't make it any better. But we're back at it again this week.
Yeah, trust the process. That's what it's all about. What I didn't like about the Bills, man, they just looked flat out of the gate. I mean, they kept it too close. Like,
Yeah.
we all know the news about Rodgers. We lose Rodgers the first series of the game. I'm not cheering about that. That's very unfortunate for
Yeah, I know,
one of the
but
best players
looks
in the
like it's
game.
over,
You
right?
never want to see that. But when you're on the other side and you're betting, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a gimme. We now have this. Here comes Zach Wilson. Bills could not do anything on offense. It just looked flat. 4 turnovers by Allen, which is uncharacteristic. He's getting absolutely skewered this week in the media. Maybe rightfully so. But I think there's a bounce back in the Bills. One of the craziest, well, not craziest, one of the best narratives I heard all week was, man, was Stephon Diggs right coming in, looking at the playbook, and essentially being like, what is this shit? The same stuff as last year. What are we doing on offense? There's nothing elaborate about this. It's predictable. What the heck? He got blamed for having a hissy fit. Maybe he was maybe he has the best football IQ in mind on the team who saw this, because this looked like the same old plays, the same old BS. It was very, very frustrating to watch. And that's essentially what caused us, man. It shouldn't even have been an OT game. It shouldn't even have been close. It should have been a no sweater.
Up 10
with this team every single week, man.
Yeah. Up 10. Second half against Zach Wilson, we could have given up 14 points and still won that game. It was just a gross beat. I hope that most of the players, you've been following me for now 3 years. You know it happens. It's a bad thing. I got a lot of messages after. Tough one to take. Sick beat.
Man. Week 1, you got to show up and you got to get this done. It's
Yeah.
brutal. Maybe we went too much with heart on this first pick. A lot of,
Again, Adrian, it was the right play. It was a bad beat. It still was the right play. It was still right.
Well,
okay,
anyway.
so moving on to week 2.
That's it. On to week 2. You can't dwell on the past.
Yeah.
On to week 2. Let's get into it, man. How many plays do we got going on today?
We have 9 plays for week 2.
Oh, good God. Okay,
And
here we go.
we are, unfortunately, going right back to those same billboards.
Whoa, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's I
I love
love the
it.
board. I, I know I love a lot of the teasers, but folks, they gotta beat Oakland at home. Come on, after that stinker in the Jets, they're waiting to pummel this team. We can take them from an 8.5 down to a 1.5. We're doing it. That's going to be our play of the week. Again, this isn't going to be, for those of you who are just following in now, we don't always go Bills every week. We just find the best value. And again, unfortunately, this is the best value play I see. There are a couple other games that I could take, but again, I just love this Bills. They are going to win at home on a home opener against the Raiders after that shit fest last week. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, home opener. Outside of the home opener, what do you think changes? Like, do you think that was just a fluke, an anomaly where Josh Allen turns the ball?
I think it was just a really good yeah. I think it was a really good defense that always frustrates Allen, and he played the same old dog shit. And he always gets better when these things happen. If you look at his track record, when these stupid games happen and he admits, it's me, the next few weeks, last year he did this, and he went on a 6 or 7 game win streak. It was phenomenal. I expect the same change. I expect a tough Oakland team that's going to want to run the ball and kind of wear down the clock, but I expect the Bills to win in Orchard Park here on Sunday. Home opener. They are not going to go 0-2. Come on. It's not going to happen. It's not
Okay,
going to
so
start
what
like
is
this.
it? They're bringing the line down to what, -1.5?
We're bringing it from 8.5 down to 1.5.
Okay, cool.
Right across the board. All 9 plays.
All right, let's do it. What are the 9 plays we're hooking
Okay,
up?
ready to fire them off?
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're doing Buffalo, and tonight, Philadelphia. We're bringing Philadelphia from a 6.5 down to a +0.5. We are bringing the Chargers. We're taking them from a -2.5 to a +4.5 in Tennessee. We are doing the Bills in Jacksonville at home to Kansas City. We're taking Jacksonville from a +3.5 up to a +10.5. We're doing Baltimore, the same theory, from a +3.5 at Cincinnati to a +10.5. Baltimore plays this team really well. Expect a close interdivision game. Dallas, we're taking them from a -8.5 at home to the Jets down to a -1.5. We're taking Pittsburgh at home to those dirty little Browns. They're getting points. They're a +2.5. We're taking them up to a +9.5. Again, expect a really grimy, divisional, low-scoring game in Pittsburgh. We're taking the Indianapolis Colts from a +1.5 on the road at Houston to a +8.5. You're giving me 8.5 against this grimy Houston team with Richardson. I'm taking it with Indy all day. We're taking Seattle in Detroit from a +4.5 to a +11.5. This game has the NFL written all over it. Detroit looks so good on prime time. Seattle looks so bad at home against the Rams. Watch for the correction here in week 2. It always happens. Seattle will keep this game close, easily within 10. They might even win the game. And then you have Green Bay. We're taking them from a +2.5 up to a +9.5 at Atlanta. Again, these are two kind of grimy teams. I don't see either team going crazy. There's your plays. Buffalo, Philly, Buffalo, Chargers, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Buffalo, Baltimore, Buffalo, Dallas, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Indy, Buffalo, Seattle, and Buffalo, Green Bay. All 9 plays. Buffalo, you're going with them with the 7-point teaser, bringing them from the 8.5 down to a 1.5.
All right, man. We need the comeback. We need the positive juju.
I know. Need it.
Folks.
Yeah.
It's all about trusting the process, the long game. We
Yep.
got this.
Yep.
All right, let's.
It is a long game. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, man, we got so many weeks left.
Remember, we were in this position last year after week 3. We were down at least 12 or 13. We were behind. Cincinnati had screwed us in overtime, and something else happened. But we came back. We put on strong. If I get rolling here, we'll be fine. Trust the process. It's been 2 years. That was the exception, not the rule. Trust the rule.
Yeah, it stings, but we got to own it and just believe in it. We got it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
Gross loss. We'll take it, move on.
All right, man. I'll see you back in Toronto next week. All right. Later,
Yep.
guys.